In the grip of a decade-long battle with untreated bipolar disorder, schizophrenia, and crippling substance addiction, former Nickelodeon child star Tylor Chase found himself at rock bottom, homeless on the rain-soaked streets of Riverside, California, as viral videos captured his disheveled state and sparked a wave of public concern just before Christmas 2025. These intertwined afflictions, exacerbated by the fading glow of early fame without adequate support, pushed him into a cycle of paranoia, self-medication, and repeated rejections of help from family, authorities, and even former co-stars, culminating in a trashed motel room and a desperate holiday hospitalization that may finally mark a turning point. Born Tylor Curtis Mendez on September 6, 1989, in Phoenix, Arizona, Chase's story began with promise. His parents, Joseph Mendez Jr. and Paula Moisio, spotted his flair for performance early on, prompting a family move to Los Angeles at age 11 to chase Hollywood dreams. Adopting the stage name Chase, he landed his breakout role as the quirky, gadget-loving Martin Quirley on Nickelodeon's Ned's Declassified Survival Guide from 2004 to 2007, appearing in 33 episodes alongside stars like Devin Werkheiser and Daniel Curtis Lee. Minor digs followed, including a spot on Everybody Hates Chris in 2005 and the film Good Time Max in 2007, directed by James Franco, but opportunities dried up as he transitioned out of child acting. No siblings are publicly mentioned, and there's no evidence of him having children or a long-term partner. His life narrative centers on solitary struggles amid fading relevance. The why of his dire conditions traces back to the perils of child stardom, isolation, identity crises, and industry exploitation without safeguards, which amplified underlying mental health issues. His father has described a decade-long struggle, where Chase turned to drugs to cope with bipolar episodes and schizophrenic symptoms, leading to erratic behavior, paranoia, and homelessness by the mid-2010s. Family efforts, including interventions and pleas for rehab, were met with resistance. Chase often refused shelter, treatment, or even basic aid due to distrust fueled by his conditions. Police in Riverside interacted with him weekly, offering services he declined, while his mother, Connie Harold Chase, noted in some reports amid possible blended family details, shut down a GoFundMe earlier in 2025, warning that cash could worsen his addictions. By December 2025, the situation hit a fever pitch. Viral footage from December 20 showed Chase unkempt and living rough, prompting outcry from fans and co-stars. Daniel Curtis Lee, who played Cookie on the show, located him and provided a motel room for Christmas Eve, but Chase trashed it in a mental health episode and fled, leaving Lee devastated. On Christmas Day, a crisis team intervened, placing him on a mandatory 72-hour psychiatric hold in a Riverside hospital for detox and evaluation. As of December 27, 2025, he's still under care, stabilizing before transitioning to a dual diagnosis rehab program addressing both addiction and mental health. Co-stars like Werkheiser, Lee, and even Shaun Weiss from the Mighty Ducks, who shares his own recovery story, are coordinating support alongside family and a fan-initiated GoFundMe. Now, let's dive deeper into one of the key factors in his condition, bipolar disorder. Bipolar disorder is a chronic mental health condition characterized by extreme mood swings, including manic or hypomanic episodes, elevated energy, euphoria, or irritability, and depressive episodes, low mood, fatigue, and hopelessness. Effective management is crucial to reduce symptoms, prevent relapses, and improve quality of life. Treatment typically involves a combination of pharmacotherapy, psychotherapy, and lifestyle modifications, tailored to the individual's type of bipolar, such as type 1, type 2, or cyclothymic, and symptom severity. Long-term adherence is key, as the disorder often requires indefinite management. Medications form the cornerstone of bipolar treatment, aiming to stabilize mood and address acute episodes. They're often prescribed by psychiatrists and may require monitoring for side effects like weight gain, kidney function changes, or metabolic issues. Mood stabilizers are first-line options for preventing manic and depressive episodes. Lithium, a classic choice, has been used for decades and is effective in reducing suicide risk, though it requires regular blood tests to avoid toxicity. Anticonvulsants like valproate, Depakote, lamotrigine, Lamictal, or carbamazepine are alternatives, particularly for those who don't respond to lithium or experience rapid cycling. Antipsychotics, such as second-generation ones like quetiapine, Seroquel, olanzapine, Zyprexa, or aripiprazole, Abilify, are used alone or in combination with mood stabilizers to control mania or mixed episodes. They can also help with psychotic symptoms like hallucinations during severe mania. Antidepressants are used cautiously for bipolar depression due to the risk of triggering mania. They're typically combined with a mood stabilizer. Options include bupropion, Wellbutrin, or selective serotonin reuptake inhibitors, SSRIs, like fluoxetine, Prozac. Not all experts recommend them as first line for depression and bipolar. Treatment during acute phases, like severe mania, may involve hospitalization and rapid-acting meds, while maintenance focuses on prevention. Psychotherapy complements medications by helping individuals develop coping strategies, recognize triggers, and improve relationships. Sessions are often ongoing. Cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT, focuses on identifying and changing negative thought patterns that contribute to mood swings. It's effective for managing depression and preventing relapses. Family-focused therapy, FFT, involves family members to enhance communication and support, reducing stress that can exacerbate symptoms. Other approaches include interpersonal and social rhythm therapy, IPSRT, which emphasizes stabilizing daily routines, like sleep and meal times, to regulate circadian rhythms, which are often disrupted in bipolar. Psychoeducation groups teach about the disorder, medication adherence, and early warning signs. Evidence shows that combining therapy with meds leads to better outcomes than meds alone. Lifestyle changes can significantly enhance treatment efficacy and are often recommended as adjuncts. Maintaining consistent sleep patterns, exercise, and diet helps stabilize moods. Avoiding alcohol, caffeine, and drugs is critical, as substance use can worsen symptoms. Stress management techniques like mindfulness, yoga, or journaling can reduce triggers. Building a support network through peer groups, such as via NAMI, provides emotional backing. Keeping a mood journal to track symptoms, meds, and triggers aids in early intervention. These strategies empower individuals to take an active role in their care. Research is advancing new options, particularly for treatment-resistant cases. Rapid-acting antidepressants like ketamine and esketamine, Spravato, a nasal spray, offer quick relief for bipolar depression, often within hours, unlike traditional antidepressants. Dextromorphine combinations are also being explored. Other innovations include neurosteroids like brexanolone, glutamatergic modulators, and repurposed drugs like scopolamine, which show promise for rapid mood stabilization. Brain stimulation techniques, including transcranial magnetic stimulation, TMS, or electroconvulsive therapy, ECT, are used for severe unresponsive cases. Holistic approaches, while not substitutes for standard care, include some exploring omega-3 supplements, light therapy, or acupuncture, though evidence is mixed and they should be discussed with a doctor. Always consult a healthcare professional for personalized advice, as treatments vary by individual factors like age, comorbidities, and pregnancy status. Ongoing research continues to refine these options for better efficacy and fewer side effects. Turning this around requires enforced initial care like the current hold to break the addiction cycle, followed by long-term therapy, medication management, and sober living. Systemic changes, such as better child actor protections and easier commitments for severe cases, could prevent repeats. But for Chase, success hinges on his post-detox commitment, bolstered by this renewed network. Peers who've overcome similar paths prove recovery is possible with persistence.
So yeah, that's where things stand right now. After all those years of chaos, the good part is this. He's not on the streets anymore. He's getting help, rehab, medical care, people checking in on him. Recovery isn't perfect or fast. It's more like learning to walk again after a long fall. Some days steady, some days shaky. Will he return to acting? No one knows yet, but fans aren't really asking for fame anymore. They just want him safe, healthy, and alive. If he ever does come back on screen, even for one small role, it'll feel like a quiet win, like seeing an old friend smile again after a long time. Stories like his remind us how fast life can change and how kindness can still pull someone back from the edge. If you believe in second chances and want to hear more real stories like this, you know what to do. This is Timeless Voices. Like, subscribe, and stay with us.
I still trip over my hope. Still trip over my hope.